that Lansing has both a women's and men's rugby football club? Well, we are here at Marshall Park so we can get ready to rock on. Well, we've made it onto the field with the Capital Area Crisis Rugby Football Club. How's everyone feeling?
Great.
Lots of smiles here. That's because we haven't warmed up quite yet. Maybe that's when the sweat will come on. But we're talking about rugby, which is a very intense sport that's definitely gotten the eyes of everyone around the world. But it's so cool that we have a local team here, both men's and women's. Talk a little bit about how this all got started.
So 10 years ago, a guy named WILX, along with a bunch of graduates of MSU, started the rugby club here in Lansing because the closest option was Kalamazoo. Once they got it started, they slowly kind of built it up into today. We're in our 10th year and going strong, where we've added on our women's team, and the club itself is thriving in a whole.
We love that. And what is it about rugby that really kind of drew you to this sport? Because I feel like it's not as popular as we would hope, right?
I found it really interesting. My boyfriend plays for the men's team, and I was coming to watch, and I really liked it. It's really creative to watch. Yeah.
Is it harder or easier than you thought when you got on the field? And because the ball is different,
yeah.
You know?
There's a lot of rules.
Okay.
The rules are hard to understand, but once you get the rules, it's a lot of fun. It's the most fun sport I've ever played.
Really? Would you guys agree?
Yeah.
As someone who's tried a lot of sports, I feel like this is the one where I finally found my home. And it's not just the sport, it's the community that goes with it, because I feel like every sport, you get a certain type of person that goes with it, but rugby truly is a sport for everyone.
I love that. And as we mentioned, we saw the women's rugby team get bronze. That was the first time they've medaled in years. What was that like to see it kind of on that, international stage?
I think it was amazing. It gave me goosebumps just watching that final game. The representation just around the U.S. and for women's sports in general has been awesome. And I think it's grown just the interest in rugby alone. We've had quite a bit of people reach out to us, so we're super excited and hope that people realize that you don't have to have ever played to just come try it out. A lot of the people on the team were mid-20s and didn't start until maybe 23, so there's nothing that can stop you from playing rugby.
I mean, the average age of the women's rugby Olympians was, I believe, 27 and a half, and the oldest woman out there, I believe, was in her mid-30s.
Wow.
Rugby is for everybody.
Okay, we love that. And we have to talk a little bit about the rugby ball. Is that the correct way to? Yes, because it's different than a football. Describe kind of, what makes it a little bit different and how it's used.
I call it like an exploded football because it doesn't necessarily have the pointiness to it. It's more of an oval shape.
Okay.
And it bounces better, so it's more aerodynamic, usually flies a lot better off kicks and off passes, so it makes it more ideal for our sport.
And it's one of the sports where the ball is the same for men and for women.
Oh, okay. Got it. Awesome. Well, that's great. So, you mentioned that kind of everyone can really tackle and get into this sport. So, coming up after the break, do you mind if you show me how kind of the game is run and kind of the basics and kind of put me in, coach? Does that sound good?
Yeah.
All right, because hopefully this inspires you guys at home to check it out, either watch it or support this amazing team. So stick around for that.